as sharp as a sword is. Rooted like a figure prophet of all this. Backburn in the booth, we run down Babylon all day. We try to open doors but still get stuck in the doorways. And every now and then they tell me go get a job, but they won't even think of hiring any people like us. So now I talk about my freedoms, manifest my dreaming, speak on what I've been through and I act on all my feelings. It's a goddamn shame you don't like people like me, cause there's a lot of good people in my family tree. I was once a rotten apple, felt my life was so hard, but before you judge my people, check your own backyard. See, I can take change, double up and rearrange the future. Don't ever think that I will just forget about the children. I'm a Cairns boy, day one, ask about the red eyes. Used to say hell no, now they yelling can I? Anytime in life we have a choice we can make. Either you get up, take a stand, or leave your time up to fate. And if you choose to sit around and dream they're feeding you grapes, ain't no justice for a man who never gives and only takes. It's profit.
Is there any room for justice? Is there any room for justice? Is there any room for we? Is there any room for we? Is there any room for justice? We need it for you and me. We need it for you.
And people screaming out for justice. What's our with Jimmy Cliff? And people still in the fry pan, they never gave a Oh, can't catch this up, or too quick can't clip wing. The revolution will be televised, the yakan from the power me plot bring. They stripped our rights and our royalty and shackled all our kings. We freedom fighters now, only chain on my neck is Cuban link. Killah just being Killah, don't really care what you think. A proud mud skipper, what are you looking at it? From bad to good, trying to make that shit a habit. Yeah, we tired from all of the pain, yet life's sweet like seeing that sugar cane. This kid are only trying to make a change. If my plate full, you pray full, the Bala still remains the same. They took the land from our kin, but my soul you can't claim. Get it out the mud, that's what all my Balas say. Making moves to buy freedom, my people no longer slaves. Beat the system like a rampage in a rusty cage. New life, new meaning, a step and raise until I reach my dreaming. We steady scheming, I'm always here for the family, what you needin'.
Is there any room for justice? Is there any room for justice? Is there any room